All right, let's just jump right in. We're all getting pretty comfortable with chatbots, right? The ones that can answer our questions or help write an email. But the next, well, massive leap in artificial intelligence is already here, and it's called Agentic AI. So today, we're going to break down exactly what that is, and more importantly, why you should care. I mean, think about the AI you use right now. It's an incredible tool for conversation, no doubt. But really, its main job is to generate a response for you. So, what if AI could go a step further? What if it wasn't just a partner in conversation, but a partner in action? And that right there is the core idea. We are talking about a shift from an AI that just tells you things to an AI that actually does things. An AI that can take on complex goals and see them through for you in the digital world. This is the big change that defines an AI agent. And this is where that difference really snaps into focus. A chatbot? It's a conversational tool. It generates a response. An AI agent, though, is an operational system. It executes tasks to achieve a goal. You see? It's the difference between having a really smart encyclopedia and having a personal assistant who gets things done. Look, this isn't just some small software update. This is a huge evolutionary leap in how we think about and use technology. To really get a sense of how big this is, let's put it into a bit of historical context. So, we started with tools that could just compute numbers, like a calculator. Then we got computer programs that could follow a strict set of instructions. More recently, we got large language models, LLMs, that could generate language. And that brings us to right now, systems that can actually simulate agency, making their own decisions to hit a target. So the big question is, how does an AI agent actually think and act? Well, I promise you, it's not magic. It's really just a powerful combination of a few key components all working in harmony. So let's pull back the curtain and see how it works. Honestly, the best way to wrap your head around an agent's architecture is to think of it like a person. It's got a brain that does all the reasoning and planning. It's got hands that can use tools to interact with the world. And it has experience, which it stores as memory to learn and get better. So at the very heart of the agent is its brain, the large language model, or LLM. This is its cognitive engine. You can give it a really high-level goal, and it uses its incredible reasoning ability to break that big goal down into a series of smaller, more manageable steps. It literally writes its own to-do list. But, a plan is totally useless if you can't act on it, and that's where tool use comes in. This is how the agent actually connects to the outside world. It can call an API, it can search a database, it can run a piece of code. These tools, they're what turn the agent's thoughts into real actions. And finally, there's memory. And this component is absolutely crucial. It's what separates a dumb, one-time use tool from a true assistant. Memory is what lets the agent remember what you've talked about before, learn your preferences, and just get smarter and more helpful over time. It's the key to everything. And it's not just one kind of memory. There are two. You've got short-term or working memory, which is kind of like a scratch pad for holding details about the current task. And then you have long-term memory, which is the durable storage that remembers things across all your different sessions. You absolutely need both for an agent to be truly effective. Okay, so now we get how a single agent works. But the real power, the thing that's going to change everything, is when you get these agents to work together. This is where we move into something even more incredible: multi-agent systems. And the analogy here is just perfect. Think about it. A single agent trying to do everything is like one person trying to run an entire company by themselves. It's just not efficient. But a multi-agent system, that's like a well-oiled team where every single member is an expert in their specific role. And this team-based approach has some massive advantages, especially for really complex business problems. First, you get specialization, which means each agent is way better at its one job. Second, it's modular, so it's super easy to maintain and upgrade. And finally, it's more resilient. If one agent fails, the whole system doesn't just crash and burn. Let's make this super concrete with an example. Say you tell the system, replenish backpacks. A central orchestrator agent, the team leader, gets this goal. It immediately delegates the first task, checking stock levels, to a specialized order agent. That agent uses its database tool, sees stock is low, and reports back. The orchestrator then hands off the next job, placing the purchase order, to a different specialist, the distributor agent. You see, it's a seamless, totally automated workflow. Now, of course, giving AI this much autonomy and power, well, it obviously comes with a new set of challenges. With this kind of capability, you need a serious focus on governance and security. This quote from the World Economic Forum just hits the nail on the head. It perfectly captures the challenge we're facing. As these agents get more and more powerful, we have to build the guardrails to make sure they operate safely and predictably. It's basically a race between capability and governance. And the risks here are pretty unique to this new setup. We're talking about things like prompt injection, where a malicious email could literally hijack an agent's actions, or giving an agent way too much permission, letting it cause all sorts of unintended damage. These are the kinds of problems we have to solve, and fast. But the answer isn't to slam on the brakes and stop progress, not at all. Instead, the entire industry is realizing that the only way forward is to work together to build a strong, open foundation so these systems can be developed responsibly. And we're already seeing this happen in a big way. Key players like Anthropic and OpenAI are creating open standards. And all these efforts have now led to the creation of the Agentic AI Foundation, a neutral home under the Linux Foundation, to make sure this critical infrastructure gets built collaboratively and out in the open. So, we are at a really pivotal moment. The technology for truly capable AI assistants is here. The open standards for making them safe are being built as we speak, which leaves us with one last and maybe the most important question to think about. As AI evolves from a tool we command into a collaborator we work alongside,